Hello, I'm joining you from Rome. It's been ages. The last video I made was in Florence, and since then I've been to Venice and been to Positano and also San Felice. I've been busy though, so I didn't really make a video, sorry. Venice was awesome, like really pretty and stuff, but it was pretty shit as well. Like the tourists were like really obnoxious and pushy and stuff, and as much as like I loved the buildings and the canals and the bridges, of course, because Mickey loves bridges. As much as I loved all that, the tourists were a bit of a put off, and so were like the people in restaurants and stuff. But we found one really cool restaurant where we could get cocktails and stuff, and we had fun there. And we found this shop that had this artist who made like glass little creatures and whatnot, and we were watching in the window, and he's like, oh, come in, and we came in, and he made me like two little elephants, and I've got a video of that which I should post. I haven't yet, because internet's been shit as well, like ugh. Italy's not good for internet, but yeah, so that was like a moment for me, and that was it for Venice pretty much. And then Positano, oh my god, probably the reason I didn't post in Positano was because I was having so much fun. It was just beautiful. Like the Amalfi Coast is amazing. I could spend at least like 2 weeks there just exploring it, but we stayed in Positano because we tried to go to Capri Island and it was too rough, so we couldn't. But we found heaps of cool stuff to do and heaps of cool places to eat, and I shopped and bought heaps of stuff. I got like an Angora wool jumper that's like beautiful and probably like nothing you'd ever see in Adelaide or Australia, and I got a dress for my Christmas party, so I can't wait to wear that because that's really pretty and stuff. And I bought other clothes and stuff too, but nothing like really special or worth mentioning. And of course I was with Lisa, and we just hung out, and our hotel was like beautiful, the views were amazing, and yeah, I can't talk highly enough of Positano. I'd go back there in a heartbeat. Oh, we went to this nightclub that was like on the rocks. Like it was in a cave, so you were in the nightclub but you were in a cave, and it was just so cool. And then yeah, I swam. Sorry, Lisa's like commentating in the background, but I swam in Positano Beach at 4 a.m. in the morning, and that was really fun because I swam with some other people and stuff, and yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. And Lisa's meant to be joining us, but she hasn't yet. Anyway, so then after that, we went to San Felice, which is Lisa's home village. So it's like got 2,500 people in it, and it's pretty small and full of people that expect me to be able to speak Italian. And I can speak a little bit since I've been here, like I've got to know the lingo a bit, but nothing too much. And man, these people make you eat. The word is munge, and they go manja, and you go for a coffee, and it's like a coffee and a smorgasbord of either savoury or sweet food, and if you don't eat it, they put this like massive guilt trip on you, like, oh, but I got you all this food, and it's like, I can't understand you, but you're making me eat. And so yeah, one day Lisa and I ate from like 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. and I said to her, like, I don't understand why bulimia is not higher in Italy, because I just want to go and vomit so that I don't have to feel this full. But we also went on like big walks in the mountains, and like this place, there's one like house at the top that is actually built into the mountain. It's got like this big chunk of rock hanging out of it, and it's really cool. And there's waterfalls, and we went down there. I took heaps of pictures. It was like amazing. And I got to meet Lisa's family, and they're such lovely people. Like, they're so accommodating. They found out, like, they knew I was a vegetarian, and we went up to her Auntie Maria, who's called Zia Maria, and we went up there for lunch, and they made me a vegetarian version of everything that they ate. So I had pasta with tomato and parmesan, which was beautiful. And in Italy, they don't just have pasta. The next meal is like another meal. So it's pasta and bread and whatnot, and wine, which I was quite a fan of. So pasta, bread, wine. Then the next meal came out, and it was beans and potatoes cooked in like some tomato stuff, and like they were sort of roasted but cooked with tomato. And then stuffed eggplant, which I don't like eggplant, but this stuff was like, wow, it was so amazing. It had like this cheese filling, and it was so beautiful, like ricotta cheese. So it was like what the middle of cannelloni is, but not with breadcrumbs and shit like what we have in Australia. And then stuffed capsicum as well. And then after that there was dessert, which were these little like pastry things filled with custard that they made. And then we had a digestivo, and digestivo is where you start drinking wine and you have like this liqueur stuff to wash down your meal. So it's like food, bread, wine, dessert, more alcohol. So really I should move here because it's my kind of thing. Except for the pasta and the bread, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I've put on a couple of kilos. Anyway, I'm on holiday, so who cares? So, then Lisa and I went up to the waterfalls, and they are beautiful. Like, they get their water from the waterfalls and stuff, and that's like awesome. And we, went for lots of walks, went to the pub, had cocktails. Cocktails in Italy are not like cocktails in Australia. They're between like $3 and $7. So in Australia that would be probably like $6 and $10. So heaps cheap, but they are potent, man. Like they're potent, and they're full of sugar or whatever it is that's meant to be in them, but they're strong, and so you get pretty like woo. And we got pretty woo a couple of times. And and I forgot to mention that in Venice we stayed at this place that was like an hour away from Venice. It was awful. Like, we found this place where there was a restaurant, and the guys there were so cool. They like danced around and were heaps fun, and the owner of the restaurant had a bit of a crush on me, and he was really cool. Like, he serenaded me. It was really funny. And he thought I was Maori too, so I didn't really like that, but he was still lovely, and he had double dimples like me as well, so we had lots in common. But we were gonna like go party with them because our hotel was an hour away, and you have to catch water buses. We couldn't do that, so that sucked. And so we were staying at a place called Torcello, and we stayed the first night we got there, Lisa goes, I don't want to mention this, but it seems like we're in one of those houses where like a horror film is made and you're gonna get killed. And we had a bedroom each, but we slept together because we were so scared. And we watched Wall-E, like a Disney movie, after I broke the remote and tried to stick it into the side of the telly because it was a DVD telly, but I got it working, so it worked. Yeah, it did. And so then last night we were yesterday we were in San Felice, and Nonna makes lunch. That's Lisa's grandma. She makes lunch, and the first time she made lunch, she made zucchini flour pasta, and that was amazing. Like, I loved it. And then the second time, because Nonna can be like a little bit naughty, like a bit cheeky, and a bit of a ball breaker, really. She gives Lisa and her cousin a hard time and whatnot. Not me, because I can't understand her, so even if she is, I don't know. Although she did tell me that my tattoo was horrible. So, yeah, that's Nonna for you. So the next bit, you won't be surprised that when we started eating lunch, I realised that the soup we were eating was made from chicken stock. And I kind of told Lisa, I'm like, it's okay, I'll like power through it, we'll be fine. And then we get to the second course, which is stuffed vegetables. Yeah, stuffed with salami. Salami. So I've like got this bit of salami in my mouth. I nearly spat it across the table, but I didn't. I swallowed it, and then I couldn't eat anymore. And yeah, it was a bit awkward because I think Nonna got offended that I wouldn't eat her food. But it's like, dude, I'm a vegetarian, and you put pig in my meal. Anyway, so then I just ate mozzarella on bread, and we won't talk of that anymore. And then we met one of Lisa's friends. She's got crazy eyes like this, like every photo. It was pretty funny. And then we had like a going away dinner, sort of, you know, nibbles and wine and whatnot, and that was really cool. And then this morning we got up at 5 a.m. and we went to Rome. We went to Naples, and the couple of times I've been through Naples so far, I've like really been scared. Like, it's pretty full on. People are pretty dodgy, and we had some guy like be weird to us last time. Again, that was Lisa's fault, because she just talks to people and tells me I can't, but you know, it's okay for her too. So anyway, but he was very little and there were police around, so she was probably okay, but I stressed out. I was worried about her. And yeah, and me. But yeah, that's fine. We got into Naples today and went to the upstairs bit of the train station. It's beautiful. Like, it was so nice. And we got coffee. I drank coffee, and it makes me buzz out, man. Like, it's full on. So we drank coffee and had breakfast, and then we jumped on the train and we went to Rome. And we got to Rome at about 11:30, checked into Hotel California. Hotel California is pretty cool, except the shower's really shit. The beds are heaps comfy though, because Nonna had uncomfy pillows, but this bed is amazing. And so checked into Hotel California, and today has been monumental, because there's been monuments and it's been mental. We got here, we freshened up a little bit, and then we went to... About fucking time, woman. Hurry up. No, sorry. Lisa's meant to be joining us, and she's just pottering around like Harry Potter, only more womanly. And so, oh, Lisa, come on. No, just a little bit next to me and commentate. We're about to talk about gelati and stuff. Yeah, dickhead. I love Lisa. Anyway, so then we took off and we went and had lunch, and we had a nice lunch. It wasn't bad, and these American people told us not to go to Fountain de Trevi because it was under construction. So we decided to go to the Spanish Steps and the Pantheon, and where else, Lise? What was the next? Oh, the Castle San Angelo. Yeah, Castle San Angelo. So we went to the Spanish Steps, and man, they're just fucking steps. Like, I was really disappointed. It was just a bunch of steps that were pretty, like, they're old and shit, but they're not anything cool. Like, and I don't know, but I just didn't dig them. But we've been to the Spanish Steps. Then we went to the Pantheon, and oh my wow, that was fantastic. We were like in awe. We went in there, and like that was really, really awesome. Like, I loved it. I took lots of photos, and it was really beautiful, and yeah, I really liked it. And you really saw how clever the Romans were, like the things that they did with like drainage with rain, and just how clever they were, even for how sort of, you know, old their technology is, I guess. But then we were on our way to the castle, and we found this like museum that was of an old like Colosseum, not the Colosseum, but an old, like, it was like an Olympic ground. And we went down there, and the museum was actually set where this ground was, and it was like so beautiful, and it was like a spiritual experience. Like, you were walking on these foundations that had been set like thousands of years ago, and they had all like armor and weapons, and you were within the ruins, so like you were touching bricks that had been laid by ancient Romans, and it was really special. Like, we spent quite some time there, and you had to pay to get in, but I actually found it more special than like the free places, because it seemed to have more meaning, and there were statues and bits of buildings that they'd pieced together. Like, they'd found artifacts and realized, you know, put them together, and they were like formed part of a wall and stuff. It was really cool. Like, yeah, something that was pretty special. And then we went to the castle, and the castle costs money to get into, but oh my god, it was like worth every cent to go to. We spent over an hour in there, wasn't it, Lise? An hour? Over an hour? Yeah, over an hour. And like, this is where popes and stuff was. It was like pretty religious place, which if anyone knows me, they know I'm not religious. But man, it was beautiful, and it was ancient, and it was a real part of Rome that I think, you know, it's not the Colosseum and it's not the Spanish Steps. It's a real part of Rome that really made you see how things used to be, and it showed you things from sort of like the 16th and 17th century that were where people like us that come and tour nowadays actually were doing the same thing with ancient Rome. So yeah, I don't know, that was really special, and we got a lot out of that. And there was a whole religious bit that we went to, and even though it was really religious and used like looking at the Pope's bed and going into all these chambers and stuff, it was still really beautiful. I loved it. And I'm sorry for waffling, but like, Lisa's meant to be here with me and she's being a bitch and brushing her teeth. So anyway, we then came home, and we were out from like 1 o'clock till 8 o'clock nearly. Came home, showered, and went out for dinner, and we had dinner. And had dinner, and the
waiter was in love with us.
Yeah, the waiter was in love with us, and he kissed me. That was funny. Like, he was like 185, but he kissed me on the lips, so it was pretty funny. And then he was talking to us, and he had my lipstick on him, but that was cool. And so then they had to close because it was about 11 o'clock. And we decided to go get gelati. And the whole time we're sitting at dinner, there was this like massive thunderstorm brewing, and it was like cracking, and you could see lightning and stuff, and Lisa was getting a bit scared and whatnot, but it was really cool. And so when we left, we got rained on, and that's why Lisa won't be in the video, because she thinks her hair's shit. But yeah, so we got rained on, but we just drank a bottle of wine, and they gave us free like digestivo, and digestivo is where you have liqueur after dinner because it helps you digest it. So we had that, and then we decided to go get gelati, and we went up the street, and like there's all these little Indian guys on the street that try and sell you stuff like scarves, and they tell you that they're like cashmere and stuff, and they're like made from like fucking polyester. And then they're trying to sell us like $5 umbrellas, and we're pissed and like, woo, we're in the rain, like this is awesome. And Lisa's like, Lisa's not very adventurous a lot of the time, but she has her streaks, and she's like, I want to jump in puddles. So anyway, we went to get gelati, we got gelati, and the guy there was such a douchebag. He's like, you can only have it if you don't stay here. And it's like, as if we want to stay with you, you fucking douchebag. So we bought gelati, and then on the way back out the front of our hotel, there were all puddles, and Lisa and I bounded through the puddles and like splashed each other. We're like, oi, come here. And like got each other, and like Lisa, yeah, let me show you this. And like Lisa, the ankles of Lisa's jeans were like saturated, and I'm wearing a dress thingy, and my shoes, I was wearing like Roman sandals, because when in Rome, yeah, so I had to say that. I've been dying to. And so yeah, I was wearing Roman sandals and they were saturated. So we're walking past this restaurant with all these like Italians, and we're like splashing in the puddles. They thought we were like totes crazy, which we are. And then we got to our hotel room, and I said, shit, I better make a video. And so here we are. And Lisa's being a bitch. But she's such a cow. Anyway, so that is it for my video for our last night in Rome. Sorry it's so long. She won't even come. She promised me she would come out just for a second and like contribute, but she didn't. It's funnier when you do. Yeah, I am making you feel bad. You're awful. How could you do that? You could have just sat there and not even been filmed.
Fine.
And you could have like contributed just a little bit. Oh, here she is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there she is. Hey, this is Lisa.
Hi.
Hi. puddles. And then when we got back to the room, she wanted the guy to finish work so she could throw gelati on him, and he didn't. So she was kind of dropping it down there anyway. And when we came into the hotel, the dude on reception thought we were like,
Cray.
yeah, cray.
We were a little bit.
A lot. So yeah, we're at Hotel California. Yeah, we are. And we're about to sign off and go to bed. We might watch a bit of MTV, you just don't know. But yeah, we're about to sign off and go to bed, and it's the last night for me and Lisa in Rome. Tomorrow's my last night in Rome. I'm at Hotel Poggio Verde. And is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, totes. Did you hear that? That's the thunder. Lisa's really scared. She reckons she's going to spoon. She reckons she's going to spoon me tonight. Ah, dear. That's going to be fun. She's scared. So we might go swimming in the puddles tonight. So Positano Beach at 4 a.m. and Rome puddles at 12 a.m. Anyway, so that's the end of my video diaries. I'm sorry there weren't more. I'll probably hate myself for there not being more, but yeah, that's it in a nutshell, guys. I'm going to be home on Saturday night. Yay! I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah. Lisa, it won't stop recording.